So we are here, yoga emotion. We're just going to begin. Yes, it's a real time. We've had a big full moon and we have had a lunar eclipse, and this is eclipse season. So it's a real time for feeling, and it's always a time for feeling and always a time for love and compassion, but particularly now, this time. So being compassionate for ourselves is included in that compassion. Actually, best if we start with ourselves. So we'll have a bell to remind us of that. Yeah. Let's begin seated. Get yourself comfortable. Maybe have a little bit of a rock. This is something that's kind of nice just to get ourselves grounded and seated. So hands on the knees and just rocking side to side. Really good grounding practice, feeling the body. And also the rocking is very kind of soothing. And you can just feel everything start to settle and release a little bit. So I'm moving at a speed that feels okay for you. So you can go even slower if that feels better. But keeping the spine upright, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. More and more you practice this, this posture of lifted chest, drop shoulders, back of the neck long. It just starts to become second nature over time. And then come to a stillness. Okay. Breathe in deeply. And have a sigh out through the mouth. Then we'll just do a few conscious breaths. So we breathe in for 4, let's say. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll see if we can breathe out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll do that again. Breathe in through the nostrils, all of this. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And this time breathing out for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you made that, we'll do the same thing again. The 4, 4, 8. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. I'm breathing out for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just let your breath be easy. In and out through nostrils, settling. And we're just going to lift the shoulders up, breathe in. Hold again for a second longer, and then out through the mouth. Drop the shoulders down. Whoa, immediately there's a bit of release there. Breathing in. Hold. And out through the mouth. Yeah, feels great. So simple and so effective. Breathing in. Squeeze those shoulders right up by the ears and out through the mouth. Good. We'll just roll those shoulders back. So let the hands just rest in the lap. We'll roll them back. Maybe 3 times. Yes. Free up the shoulders, free up the neck. Maybe 3 times forwards. And then we're going to insert the fingers in front of the body. Breathe in. And breathing out, taking the hands forwards, dropping the head down, looking down at the feet, and just really opening the whole space between the shoulder blades. Feeling the back of the heart opening. Every inhale, feel you're expanding between the shoulder blades. And every exhale, feel the hands are coming away from the chest. And the chest is or the back is really pulling back towards the wall behind you. Good. One more breath in. Expand the chest and breathing out, release. Yeah, try and keep the breath in the nostrils there. Take the fingers behind the body now. Again, keep the neck in line with the spine. So you're looking down at the ground just in front of you. Breathing in. To the chest now. Breathing in that breath, fill the chest. And as you breathe out, take the hands back. This is so great for opening up that whole chest area. We don't realize how much tension we're carrying. Breathe in again. So really intentional, strong breaths in and emptying breaths out. We don't realize until we start to kind of engage with our body how much tension and how much release we need. Breathing in and breathing out, and release the hands again. And let's just take the left hand onto the left side, Bending the left elbow a little bit, breathing in, extend up to the right side, looking up at those fingertips, extend right to the right side, and then breathing out, reaching over the body. The arm is going over the body, not flopping in front of the face, looking up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm. Really lengthen. Feel the sitting bones wants to sit down, both of them, so we get that extra extension on the hip there. Feels really good. Expanding the back and the hip and the chest. Try and drop that left shoulder down away from the ear so we're not kind of hunched here. We want to keep the neck really long. Everything is lengthening and supported. So this is supporting us, this left hand. Use the inhale to come back up and exhale, lowering the arm down. Keep the breath in and out from the nostrils. Right hand on the right side there, just bending the elbow to get it nice and soft. Breathing in, extend up. Watch that left hand climb up to the ceiling, and then breathing out, bending into that right elbow, reaching over the body with the left hand. Breathing into the left side of the body. Just enjoy that feeling of, creating some space where I really need it here. You know, this connection between the spine and the leg, this whole hip area, always needs lots and lots of attention. Breathe. Let's have one more. Let's make it really nice and long. Breathing in and breathing out. Use the inhale to come up and the exhale, lower the arm down. Good. Let's come into a twist. So the right hand on the left knee and the left hand behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, keep the head on top of the body, lift the chest, drop the shoulders away. So you really open this whole front area up all the time. And feel that your abdominals and your lower back having almost moving towards each other. So you're holding yourself very firmly here. Breathing in, breathing out. You're going to take the belly around to the left as you breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, the chest is coming around to the left. And finally, the eyes and the nose and the head is turning to look right behind you. Keeping the shoulders down. Right? Maybe even trying to feel the sense of contact between the inside of that forearm and the back. So you're kind of holding yourself a little bit. You might even want to bring that right elbow in. So you're kind of holding your body upright. It feels really nice and supportive when you feel yourself supporting yourself. But focus mainly on the breath. Breathing in, lengthening up to the crown and breathing out, twisting a little deeper. One more twist. Now inhale and exhaling, untwist to the front. Yeah, have a little bit of a wriggle just to feel that space that you're creating. Yeah, it feels good. Right hand behind, left hand on the right knee. Breathing in, lift the chest. Again, feel that length, feel that strength in the abdominals. Breathing out, you're taking the belly around to the right, the chest, the right shoulder, and the face and the eyes and the nose. Keep dropping the shoulders down. So every time you drop the shoulders down, lift the chest, maybe on the inhale. Feel that sense of opening. And again, pressing the inside of the forearm against the back and holding yourself between your arms. Top of the head, the crown is lifting up. And breathing out, twisting a little deeper. Without force. We don't need to have force here. Breathing in and untwist to the front on the out breath. Yeah, good. So let's take the legs out. Give them a bit of a stretch here. They've been sitting or being still for a while. So you might want to just come up onto your fingers just to lift yourself and sit yourself a bit better. The toes are towards the ceiling. You also might want to sit on a cushion. So we're going to stir things up a little bit. Again, focusing on really keeping that integrity in the spine, the abdominals and the lower back supporting you. Hands on the knees, or you can interlink the fingers and stretch the arms in front. If you're doing that, make sure the shoulders go back. We're not hunching forwards. We're keeping that uprightness in the whole back. So you choose that. Now breathe in, lengthen. Breathing out, we're leaning forwards as far as possible, and then around to the right. Inhaling as you lean back, exhaling as you come forwards. And you can do this, as I said, with the extended arms, but really feel the space across the front of the chest. We want to increase that space all the time and not kind of, be reaching forward. Like it's really about this area, working together, the front and the back of the body as you move around, keeping that integrity, the uprightness, the chin tucked in, the back of the neck long. Everything is very kind of engaged and aware. So keep that awareness. So with this position, you can kind of get a little bit of a bigger circle. You can lean back a little bit more because you're not tethered. If you want to keep a bit more support, you can hold onto the knees. Yeah, you kind of have a bit more of a circle here. So you want to stir things up and make a very big stirring here. We're stirring the big spoon. We're stirring the big pot in front of us. Come back to stillness. On this one, we're going to do the humming bee breath. This is really good for clearing the head and centering your attention. So breathe in again, same thing, but we go the other way. But on the out breath is hum. Around to the left. When you come to the end of your out breath, just breathe in again, and we'll do one more humming. And come back to center. Just notice how that feels. Whoa, the healing power of that humming is amazing. So we're going to just lift the knees up and hug the knees. So we're coming into this little egg, this little seed. Just let your face fall to your knees. You feel that lovely openness you're creating in the back. So instead of now this rather very, very open chest, we're going to kind of curve the back and kind of hold everything in our own little cave, if you like. So have that sense of holding and releasing. So breathing in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Feel that lovely stretch on the back of the neck. And then we're going to just come into this little egg. So you're going to sit forwards now. So now we've gone from rounded back to upright. So take the shoulders back, lift the chest as if the heart is flying upwards. Back of the neck is long. So you can see the chin is slightly tucked in. Hands around the front of the knees. Come onto the toes or even lift the toes off the ground in this little egg. So again, you should be able to feel your abdominals working here to keep this position. And we're not sitting back here. We're sitting very, very forwards onto the sit bones. Breathe. Good. And then release. And then rolling onto your knees, hands and knees. Get the hands planted on the ground, nice and even. Spreading the fingers wide and they're underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, a space between them. Okay. So we're going to breathe in, lift the gaze. As you lift the gaze, take the chest forward and really take those shoulders back. Again, opening the fronts of the shoulders. And as you exhale, we're tucking the tailbone under, arching up through the spine, chin is coming to the chest. So very simple little kind of cat-cow here. Inhaling. Inhaling, as you inhale, you start off by lifting the tail. So let every movement start from this base. Lifting the tail, letting that kind of ripple up through the spine until finally the chest is looking up, the heart is flying upwards again. It's not even coming forwards, it's flying upwards. And so we really need to take those shoulders back to express that open heart. Breathing out, tailbone coming under, arching up through the spine, chin to the chest, and then the tailbone lifts again. So try and find this flow in this movement. And you can even close your eyes here. Check that the hands are engaged with the ground, the knuckles aren't lifting up. The inhale, you're looking forwards and upwards, the heart is flying upwards, the chest is open. And the exhale, we're trying to curve and arch our spine as much as possible, like an angry cat. Inhale, just to feel your body is expressing your breath. It's almost like your body is being moved by the breath. It's getting into all those little nooks and crannies. We're doing this slowly and mindfully, connecting with our body, connecting with our breath, connecting with the present. It's a great way to become present, is to just breathe and move. And now we're going to just sit back onto the heels for a moment, extend the arms forward, bring the forehead to the ground. Yeah, that's opening up. Get a nice opening in the armpits and the back of the shoulders by extending the fingers forward, even making little claws with the fingers, little tense. That really does open up the backs of the shoulders. And the back ribs, breathe into them. Yeah, really give those spaces between the ribs, those intercostal muscles, a little bit of space. Give them breath. Expand your wings, if you like. Let's just move with this now. So the hands are really rooted here. As you inhale, come up onto all fours. And as you exhale, take the hips forward, open the chest. Oh, yeah, it's so nice for the spine. Inhaling, brings you back to all fours. Exhaling, it's like you're sending the sit bones back to the back of the room. and pushing back with the hands. So you're really getting a nice long spine. And then you're getting a lovely openness in the front of the body. So if opening the front of the body, the heart's flying upwards. Notice how I'm taking the shoulders back here. They're not up around the ears. My groin is off the floor. Inhale, bring yourself back up. So there's a slight bend in the elbow. So the arms are having to work here. Breathing out. Send all the breath out. Inhale. Yeah, make it very expressive. And just keep taking that back bend or front opening as far as that out breath is there. But move within your range. Don't push or force, just let the breath guide you. Breathing out, empty, empty, inhale. So really getting a length in the spine, but also the back ribs are getting some space, some ease. Breathing out, sit back deeply. Make that breath very expressive and make it kind of so you can hear your breath. The ujjayi breath, the ocean breath is great for this, where we slightly constrict the throat. So it slows the breath down. It makes that passage of breath a bit smaller. So it means that your breath becomes slower, like a steady stream of oil, if you like. And we're sitting back into the heels once more. Okay. Bring the forehead to the ground. Breathe into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. We'll come back to all fours, keeping the hands where they are. We're going to come into a downward dog. So tuck the toes under, breathing in. Breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. Now let's get used to this first of all. It's our first downward dog of the session. So we're going to bend the right knee, push the left heel down, bend the left knee, push the right heel down. But really see if you can get the back really long. And the way to do that, pushing into the hands, imagining the tail is going back and up, and also lengthening the waist. So you need to tuck the tummy in as if it's going to fly up inside. So you lengthen the waist. And we're not breathing into the belly, we're breathing into the chest. So just pedaling and enjoying that movement. Make that quite big bend in the knees so you can get a bit of movement in the hip. And feel that in the sides of the hip, lower back, and the pelvis. Good. So we take a moment just to come back down onto our knees, sit back into the heels. Just take a moment there just to rest. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to come back into downward dog. So come back onto all fours, breathing in, tuck the toes under, breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. And we're back in downward dog. Does it feel different this time? Feel a little bit easier? So we're going to take a small side step with the left foot. So it's more or less going to tiny weight in the center of the mat. Still pushing back with the hands, then lift the left leg. Point that toe. Really pushing back with the hands. You might need to bend that right knee slightly, that's okay. And then bring that left leg down. We're just going to give the body a bit of energy here. Breathing in, extend that right leg up. And breathing out, lower that leg down. Let's try one more each side. So breathing in, extend the left leg up. And lowering it down. Breathing in, lift the right leg up. And lower it down. Come down to your knees once more. We haven't finished with downward dog. And bring the forward to the ground. We'll have a little rest here. And breathe. Breathing into that back. Really feel that release. So recovering and restoring before we come back to downward dog. Come back to all fours, hands where they are. Breathing in, tuck the toes under, breathing in. Breathing out, lifting knees off the ground. We're in downward dog. Now we're going to move into up dog. So this is quite energized today. Breathing in, you're looking towards your hands, you're lifting your eyes, and then you're taking your hips down and forwards. And we're in up dog. It's kind of dropped down, but we need to, again, keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. If you need to keep your knees on the ground, that's if it feels too much to be in this position. And now coming up, so we're going to move between the two, but you can take your time with this. You can, hang around in downward dog before you come into upward dog, or you can move with the breath. But whenever you do move with the breath. So you can take a breath, 2 breaths here, or you can move freely between the two. So inhaling is your movement. So inhale, you come lift the head forwards, bring the hips down, and exhale, sink into the posture. Inhale, that's the impetus. Exhale, come into the posture. So you can go back and forth. This is great for upper body strength. Really coordinate it with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Make sure you keep those fingers spread wide. Don't lift the knuckles. Keep the wrists nice and supported and safe. Breathing in. But you can, as I said, you can just rest in one of the postures, either with the knees down, and then move when you feel like it, but move on the breath, the inhale and the exhale. So come into downward dog, wherever you are now, whether you're resting or whether you're in up dog, find yourself in downward dog, and then we're going to walk the feet towards the hands. So the body should be a bit more lively now. Knees are bent, let the body hang, give it some rest now. Really feel that release happening in the back. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Good. And then we're going to slowly uncurl. So feel that impetus coming from the base of the spine. Leave the arms heavy, leave the head heavy. And we're going to roll up slowly. Try and keep the knees bent the whole time if you can, so that you're really focusing on your spine. And when you come up, you're kind of rolling up through the spine, lifting the shoulders, letting them sink back, lifting the head, lifting the crown to the ceiling, and the feet sinking down into the ground. Good. So let's just get the body a bit loosened up. We've done a little bit of hard work, so we're going to come into some twists. Feet shoulder width apart, knees are nice and soft, and we're coming into these lovely, easeful twists. Beautiful. So keeping that center steady and stable, so the head staying on top of the body, and the arms are free, the knees are bending, so it's staying very soft. And you may even want to extend that to a deeper twist where you're looking right behind you. They'll need to come up onto the toes, you can see. But still bending into those knees to keep it really floaty. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Feel the arms moving freely. So it's effortless. The arms are just moving with their weight, like two big pendulums, and then slowly coming to a stop. Let's give a little bit of brightness to the back. So we're going to just have a little lean forwards actually. So the knees are soft, and just lean forward so you can just get into that back a little bit more. Yeah, and the lower back. And then particularly with this, just taking the knuckles either side of the lower spine so you can get into that little groove. And when you kind of bend forwards, then the spine gets a bit more exposed. So you can really, whoa, yeah, feels really good to get into that area. Just feel that energy rising up. Give the back a little rub there. Onto the hips, give that a pat there. Get some energy into there. Into the chest. Just the fingers now. Breathe in. Breathe in. Give some sound to that. And to the sides. Good. And to the head. Let's get a bit of a shampoo going on the whole head. Ooh, yeah. Feel that brightness coming into the body. And maybe if you're feeling a bit sluggish or your mind's a bit kind of cloudy, this will definitely brighten up the whole head. And then we'll take the fingers now to the temples. So just the side of the eyes there. So maybe a little dip you can feel with your middle finger or three fingers, middle fingers. And we're just circling in that space. It just feels good. It's a really great release spot. Breathing in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. And we'll just do the ears. So just pulling the ears out, uncurling those ears a little bit, starting from the top, a little uncurling, and then going along until you get to the lobes, and then give those a little bit of pull. Yeah. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So we're just also going to just free up, did a little bit with the hips. Let's going to see if we can do a bit more. So we'll stand on the left foot. If you've got a big big book or a big block, it's really great to put your left foot on that and stand up on it. So if you have something, you can do that, because then it gives your right leg a lot more freedom. So keeping the hands on the hips, we're just going to let that whole right leg just swing in space. This is great for releasing the psoas, which I was talking about, the connection between the two biggest parts of the body, the leg and the back. And the psoas muscle connects these two things. So it's a really key part of the body. And often, you know, if this gets constricted, it's going to cause a lot of problems in the lower back and the hip. So letting that leg just swing with ease in space. It doesn't matter if you're not standing on a block because it will still work. It just gives you a bit more space if you're standing on something. You can also stand on a bottom step or something. And then we're just going to see how that feels. Whoa. Notice if one leg feels a lot longer than the other. I had a very strong feeling of that. So I'm bringing the right foot on the block or the book. And we're just going to let that left leg. You can also always hold on to something if you're feeling your balance is a little bit precarious. That's absolutely fine. But obviously this is nice for your balance practice as well. So focusing your eyes on something, continually breathing in and out through the nostrils. Just let that left leg swing through space. So this is just using the weight of the body and a bit of time and a bit of mindfulness. And it can make amazing results. Yeah, so that does feel a little bit different to me now. Releasing those muscles. And we're going to just stand now and bring the and do a little bit of breathing and moving with a sound of Om. So breathing in, lift the arms up into the nostrils, and as we bring the hands together, we're just going to chant the mantra Om. Om. Do this 3 times. Breathing in, bring the hands together. Om. One more, breathing in. Big inhale, bring the hands together. Om. Good. Yes, just to clear and cleanse and raise your vibration. Now bringing the heel to the backside. Kicking yourself to the backside. Giving the legs a little bit of liveliness. And then we're going to lift the knees high. So lifting the knees high. Get some energy into the body. Try and keep the upper body nice and upright and open. Chest open. Good. Then we'll take the legs out to the side. So opening up the hips a little bit. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay. We're just connecting now that energy up. Right hand on left shoulder, sweep across the body to the right hip. Do that 3 times, very mindfully. Yeah, oh yeah. Sometimes you can really feel something here. Left hand on the right shoulder, sweeping across the body. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we're just about ready for some postures. We're going to start off with a triangle. So we're going to stand at the front of the mat, feet hips width apart, standing nice and tall. Think about your posture. Weight on the left foot, step back with the right. Right ankles with the feet, square the hips. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, wide, open the heart. Breathing out, reaching over to your left and down, make contact with that lower leg and reach up with the right. So notice that kind of opening of the chest. So I'm pressing, when I press against that lower leg, it's kind of pressing the shoulder back and the right shoulder can kind of come back, or pressing the shoulder forward rather. That left shoulder comes forwards so that this right shoulder has more space to go back, away from the ear. Create space here. Soften the knees, give them a little bit of a reminder, and also soften the feet and toes. Give the toes a wiggle. So you can feel this lengthening in the side again. Feel this in the hip and the side body. Always a good posture, the triangle. Reaching the fingers up. Expanding in all directions. Now we're going to come out of this not smoothly by bending into that left knee and breathing in. And breathing out, letting the hands and the arms float down softly. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Weight on the right foot, step back with the left. Get the feet stable and steady. Good. Hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, open the hands, open the heart. Breathing out, reaching over to your right and down, make connection with that lower leg, and reaching up away to the ceiling with the left hand. Left shoulder back, right shoulder's coming, pushing forward slightly. So the chest wants to see the ceiling. The heart wants to fly up to the ceiling, to the sky. Soften the knees, wiggle the toes. Breathe deeply. Enjoy. When we breathe deeply, we get much more enjoyment out of the body. Creating space. Now use the inhale and the bend of the right knee to bring ourselves up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring ourselves back to the front of the mat. Okay. Good. I'm going to come into a moving balance now. Heron balance, beautiful. So weight on the left foot and just get that right foot ready to lift off. Bring the hands together and then bring them down, breathing out. As you inhale, lift that right knee, lift the hands up, bring the hands up, really extend the arms up to the ceiling, lift the knee high, and then turn the hands and lower that right knee down. This is great for your balance, for your focus. Shift the weight to the right, lifting the left knee up, lifting the hands up, really lengthen and breathing out. The hands are coming down slowly and smoothly through space. So try and keep the evenness of the inhale. Lifting the knee high, pushing into that left foot and exhaling down. It's all about that focus, mindful inhale and exhale. And we're going to extend this now. You can stay with that movement, but if you want to extend this, as I really like this movement, is breathing in. Hands come together, hands fall away, the foot pushes out. So really pushing that heel out as the hands come down. Then you lift the knee again, lift it high, lift the hands high and breathing out, lowering down. So just extend that a little bit and shift the weight. Inhaling, lifting the knee high. Stretch the fingers up, breathing out, push that heel out, push the foot out. You're lengthening that leg, breathing in, lift the knee high. It's a dynamic that will help your balance. You'll be able to maintain that balance. Focusing your eyes also helps. Keeping that breath steady and smooth. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Lift the knee as high as you can. As you're lifting the knee, as I said, it's almost this feeling of opposing forces. So you're lifting the left knee, lifting the hands, but you're also pressing into that right foot. And then breathing out. Keep your movement smooth and steady. Let's do one more each side. Or if you're just doing the simpler version, you might get in two more. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Just keep that steadiness of your breath. Inhaling, whole body in movement. Really important with balance. Balance essential for all aspects of well-being, mind and your body. Standing. Just take a moment there. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to stand in Tadasana. So feet hips width apart, parallel with your feet, soft knees. Checking that posture. Just tilting that pelvis, pointing the tail down, strong belly, strong thighs. It's almost like the kneecaps lifting up, and then lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders down, back of the neck long. Just move your head from side to side. Find that central point. So you're not tilting the head one way or another. And that crown is lifting up to the skies and the feet are sinking down to the ground. So you feel this strong uprightness, openness in the body. Maybe close your eyes for a second. Notice how you're balancing. How does that feel to be upright and open and at your center? You are at the center of your world. It's a good reminder and relax. Good. So let's come into Warrior One. We're going to come in from the back of the mat. Feet are in a little V shape. And we're going to take the weight on the left foot and take a big step forward or a couple of steps with that right. Get the hips facing forwards, right hip back, left hip forwards. And we're going to do this version with the chest opener. So we take the hands forwards. Really, really open that upper back. So really stretch the hands forwards. Bend into the right knee now. And drop the head down to looking down at that right knee. So you can see it's just hovering above the ankle. At the same time, pushing back into that back heel. So you've got that evenness, that steadiness. Inhaling, opening up the chest. Lots of chest opening today. And open wide. Breathing out, take the hands forwards and drop the head down. So we've got this very strong, exposed, open. And exhaling, coming into ourselves again. Good reminder to balance these things out. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more of these. Breathing in. Open the chest, open the front of the throat, and exhaling, bringing the hands forward. Dropping the hands down. And we're going to come into a forward bend here. So just checking the hips there. You can either come in extended or holding the back. So breathing in, breathing out. Soften that front knee slightly as you come forwards, leading with the chest, and then bringing the hands down, connecting with the ground, either fingertips or hands. And you might need to have the knee bent to begin with, but make sure it's more important you have contact with the ground rather than kind of floating in space. And now we're going to lengthen this leg. It's not straightening it, it's lengthening. So the big toe is pushing into the ground and the hip is lifting up into the sky. And the body is just relaxing down towards the leg. Really pressing. This really helps. You know, it's really also engages the foot as well. The foot isn't just something stuck on the end of the leg. It's really important to engage with these feet. A point of contact with the earth. Yeah, always good to maybe take a step outside with bare feet, stand on the bare earth or grass. It's a good thing to do, or sand, whatever you have there. Bending into that right knee and just walk the hands up the leg. Good. Bend into the knee a bit more so you can spring back the back of the mat. Reset. Let's have a little bit of a shake here, a bit of a shake things up. So you're going to give the knees a shake, give the hips a shake, and give the shoulders a shake, and make some sound. Inhale. Yeah, just shaking off that top layer of kind of stuff we don't need. Weight on the right foot, big step forward with the left. Get the hips even, so the right hip forward, left hip back, even weight between the feet. Bring the hands forwards. Open between the shoulder blades there. Drop the head down, bend into the left knee. It's hovering above the ankle. Really think about the evenness and the weight distribution there. Inhaling, opening the chest. And it's almost like you're lengthening the whole front of the body as well as expanding. And then we're going to come back into our little shell, bring the hands forward, opening the back. Breathing in and breathing out. This is also great for expanding and deepening the breath. So we're really, it's a great little practice, which you can practice on its own. It's beautiful. Heart opening. It's got everything there. It's got lengthening the spine, opening the body, opening the front of the chest, back of the heart. So this is, yeah, opening the front of the heart, opening the throat as well. And then we're opening the back of the heart. One more, breathing in. Fingers going right back and then coming forwards, meeting each other. Dropping the hands down, straightening the front leg. And again, extending on the inhale or holding the back. And coming forwards on the exhale. Strong belly to support this. Fingertips touch the ground. So I might start off with a bent left knee. And then we're going to start pressing the big toe. Really make that effort as if you want to make a very strong indent in your mat with that big toe of the left foot. And we're going to lengthen. So the big toe's going into the ground, the left hip is reaching up into the sky behind you. Making lots of length, and the body's just relaxing down. Body, the chest particularly, is coming down towards this leg. Breathe deeply to support the release. There's no pushing or forcing, it's just about release. Breathing in and breathing out. Bending into the left knee, walk the hands up the body. And bend into the left knee even more so you can spring back the back of the mat. Okay, let's have a little release here. So we're going to come into a ragdoll. So knees are bent, feet are hips width apart, nice and stable there. Knees bent, hands down, slide down the legs. Head is heavy, head is pulling the body down, if you like, and let the hands hang, let the arms hang, let the head hang, whole body hanging down. You can hold the elbows if you want that extra bit of weight, if you like, or you can let the hands rest on the ground. Breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out through the mouth, adding a sigh if you want to give it a bit of sound. As you breathe in, feel that breath filling the whole of the back there. And breathing out, empty, empty, empty. We'll have a little sway side to side, taking the weight into the right foot, taking the weight into the left foot. Let the head go, relax the neck. Very slow, small sway, just to release, release, release. And then we come to a stillness and feel the beautiful summer sun on the base of the spine, and it's traveling up that inside the spine, like sunshiny energy, light, as if it's filling us up with energy and space and light, brightness, revitalizing the whole system as we come to standing. When we come to standing, just rolling the shoulders back a few times, rolling the shoulders back. Yeah, good. Okay. Let's do a bit of moving and breathing. So we're going to come into a half sun salute. Feet, just check them again, lift the toes. It's good to give the toes and the feet a little bit of attention. Lift the toes high, place them down. Lift the heels high and place them down. We'll try that again. Lift the toes high. And do a bit of release. Place the toes down. Lift the heels. Lift them really high, pushing off the toes. And then lower down. So energizing the feet a little bit. So now as you inhale, lift the arms up, look up. Bring the hands together. As you exhale, take the chest forward, bend into the knees. Dive down, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in, look forwards, open the chest. Straight arms, back and legs, and breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Push up from the ground, lift the hands up, inhale. It's a strong inhale, and the exhale, the arms are coming down. Inhale all the way up, look up at the hands as they meet, and the hands come apart, the chest comes forward, the knees bend, the fingertips touch the ground, looking down at the toes. And then as you inhale, look forwards, chest opens, shoulders back, arms, legs, and back are all straight. And breathing out, keep the legs straight, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Eyes go to the ceiling, inhale. Fingers go up, meet together, and breathing out. So it's a very mindful, very kind of conscious. The main focus on the breath, of course. Breathing out, forward bend. Bend knees, fingertips. Breathing in, now straighten the legs, arms back, look forwards, hands just on the knees or below the knees. And breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in, push up through the strong legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, a little bit faster. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in. It's all about the breath. Let the breath guide you. Let the breath energize you. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Chest leads. We're diving down. Fingertips, straighten the legs, arms back, look forwards, open chest, breathing out, forward bend, straight legs, bend the knees a lot. Inhale. Exhale. One more, breathing in, breathing out. Chest leads, knees bend, fingertips, breathing in and breathing out. Let's stay in this forward bend for a moment, focusing on these 2 points moving away from each other in space. The chest is 1 point and it's moving towards the ground, to the space between the big toes, and the tail is reaching up in the other direction. So you've got these 2 points moving away from each other in space, and we're creating as much length and space between these 2 points with our breath and with our intention and direction. So really using that breath to create space. It's not kind of, we're not trying to reach some kind of point where we have our body stuck to our legs. It's really about engaging with the spine and the breath. This is much more advanced practice. We have to step back and focus. Okay. So we're going to slowly, let's bend the knees and let the body hang again, just to relieve the spine, breathing in and breathing out. And we'll slowly uncurl again, leaving the head and the arms heavy, keeping the knees bent. This helps us to uncurl, unfurl as we come to standing nice and tall. We'll give it a little bit of a counter back bend. So we take the hands to the lower back, give it a little rub. Yeah. This area always needs a little bit of rub, and indeed into the hips a bit as well. It feels good. Yeah. And then bring the elbows together, fingers are pointing down here, and lifting the chest. So we've got this opening the chest already, then bend the knees so that you can get, so you can protect the back here. Inhale, looking up slightly, and as you breathe out, taking the hips forward, supporting the back, opening the front of the body, making this lovely openness, dropping the shoulders back, supporting the back, keeping the knees bent. Breathe. So my knees don't look particularly bent, but if they were straight, they'd be like this, and then it would be causing way too much pressure on my lower back. Use the inhale to come back up, still supporting the back. Give the back a little rub here. And let's just free that up a little bit more by coming into a twist again. Let's come back to those twists. Knees are bent. And just twisting, freeing that up. Yeah. Freeing up the lower spine, staying in your center, also staying grounded and centered. This is a lovely way of experiencing that grounded centeredness whilst in movement and in flow. So I feel my feet grounded, I feel a connection with the earth, I feel my center, which everything is moving around. Good. And we slowly come to a stop. So we're going to come into a strong leg heating up action, actually head and back as well. We'll do a chair, let's see how this feels now. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Make a long line, extend the fingers to the ceiling, really lengthen through the waist. And as you breathe out, you're going to sit back as if there's something behind you. So really send the bottom back, but also lengthen to the fingertips. So fingertips to the base of the spine is really long. These 2 points moving away from each other in space. And these arms extending forwards is helping to counteract the weight going back. Also think about the back of the neck being long. So I'm not looking up at the hands, we're looking at the ground there. Breathe. Breathe and enjoy that heat that's coming into the legs. Breathe deeply, dig deep with the breath. One more breath in and out. Next in breath, lift up. And out breath, feel the release. Yeah, enjoy the release that's coming in there. So we're going to come into a little squat now, just to relieve everything that's worked hard. So we're going to open the hips. If your heels are on the ground, that's fine. If your heels are off the ground, put something underneath them. Books, blocks, cushions, blankets, anything that you've got to hand. And let the body fall between the knees. Let the backs of the hands fall on the ground. Breathe in and let the head relax down. Release the back of the neck. We're just going to release here. Breathing into the nostrils, flying out through the mouth. Breathing into the nostrils, flying out through the mouth. Okay. And then lifting the head, bring the hands together. Let's see if we can lift the chest. So we're kind of lifting up out of this squat. If you feel when you do this, your weight's going backwards and you're falling backwards, you can always pad up. Even if your feet are flat, you can put something underneath the heels to help that not happen. So, but try and take the chest forward. This is the key. So that's coming forwards, and I'm pressing my elbows on the insides of my knees there, or the thighs, wherever you're reaching there. And I'm taking the chest towards the hands, pressing the hands together, opening the hips, back of the neck long, smile, breathe. Good. And then we release that down. And you can just sit back. Just sit back. Bring the legs out in front, bounce the knees up and down. Yeah, just release the legs a little bit. But we're going to slowly lay the body down now. Extend the fingers towards the toes. Breathe in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Do this as slowly as you can. Get the feet to the bottom of the mat. Reaching the fingers towards the toes, but keep the breath soft and constantly in movement, in and out through the nostrils. So it's kind of contradictory. We've got this strong tension here, but we've got the softness of the breath. And together we can really kind of, can work much, much better And then we actually completely release once we've rolled the back down, let everything go, let the arms flop away to the sides, feet fall away to the sides, breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Yeah, just have a little moment there to rest. And then we're just going to draw the knees up. So pressing the back into the ground, draw the knees up, hug the knees. Rock and roll a little bit. Side to side on the back. This feels good to do that. And we're going to practice a little bit of Uppanasana just to engage with the spine a little more. So start with the knees held into the body, around the front of the knees with the hands. Inhale, take the knees away. Make space for that air, strong inhale, exhaling through the nostrils, bringing the knees into the body, lifting the head towards the knees. So we're really curving the back. Even the tailbone comes off the floor. Inhaling, flattening the back to the ground. Exhaling, squeezing the knees into the body, bringing the nose towards the knees, as if it's going to touch the knees. And if you want to make this a bit bigger, if you feel like, oh, I just want to expand a bit more, then take the arms up, take the knees away as far as your back will allow. And that means, by that I mean that your back, if your legs are extended away, your back's not lifting off the ground because it's putting too much pressure on your back. And then always come back to this tiny little seed, inhaling, extending, exhaling, coming back. Inhaling. So as long as there's extension, you're inhaling, and then we're trying to keep that exhale also smooth and steady. But move within your range. It might not have to be as big as that. And breathing out. One more. Good. And place the soles of the feet on the ground. I'm going to come into a moving bridge now. Hands either side of the body. Really take the shoulders down away from the ears. Tuck the chin in tightly. Bring the heels close to the buttocks and make sure the feet are hips width apart so you can feel they're on the inside. If you can reach down with your hands, you'll feel they're on the inside. They're not coming outside of the hips. They're on the inside and they're parallel, flat down. Inhaling, lifting the hips, lifting them up, opening the front of the body again. We're kind of balancing, opening the front of the body with the back of the body. This is much more of a front opening and back bend. But we'll counterpose that afterwards. So again, if you want to do incorporate a bit of the movement of the arms, you can as you inhale. Arms are coming up. And exhaling, rolling down. With this one, you're really trying to coordinate as well the movement of the arms. The arms have got a lot longer to travel here. So it means that you have to kind of really focus your mind and breathing out. The more you can really bring your attention, the focus of your mind to all the detail of what you're doing, it becomes far more enjoyable rather than just, exercise that you have to do. That's, it's kind of, well, it's not a waste of time, but it's sort of, doing yourself out of the enjoyment and also the mindful aspect. Breathing in, and breathing out. Feeling also the thighs are really steady and stable. They're not splaying out, they're not rolling in. Let's do one more of these, breathing in. And breathing out. And let the hands rest by the sides there. And once more, just hug the knees. Give the knees a little squeeze. You might want to just draw a little circle on the ground just to relieve any little aches and pains in the lower back. Just giving it some attention. Rolling in both directions. Circling. Breathing in. As the knees go away, breathing out as you draw the knees in. And just rest there. Extend the legs and arms. It's always nice to take the weight off the legs. Extend the legs and arms. And rotate the wrists and ankles just to keep that interest. Keep your attention engaged. And also just watching the movement of the hands and the feet, being interested in yourself, in your body. Looking at the feet and the hands. These so familiar objects, these so familiar parts. Watching how they move and then hugging the knees. Squeezing that in, enjoying that movement. Feet on the ground, slide the legs away. Give yourself a full extension, take the arms above the head. Good, breathe. Opening up. Point the toes. Good. And let the arms rest. Okay. We're going to move the arms with the breath, just slowly, to settle the breath and to settle the body down. Breathing in and breathing out, lifting the arms up, moving through space through this out breath. Let the hands rest there by the sides. Breathing in, the arms are coming up. And breathing out, the arms are coming forwards. Moving slowly through space. Close the eyes even and just feel this movement. Just feel it kind of coming into a calmer, quieter place. Okay. Slowing the movement down, slowing the breath down. Oh, the body is just relaxed. This is an easeful movement. Inhaling, bringing the mind into focus. Noticing if the mind's wandering off into the future or back into the past. And just keeping the mind focused on keeping the coordination of the breath with the body. Next time you find your arms either side of the body, just let your body rest in Shavasana. You can have alternatives, which are semi-supine, bending the knees, letting the knees fall together, if that's more comfortable for your back. Or you can have your legs up against the wall or on some furniture, and then that's also fine. Cover yourself up if you feel you're getting a bit cool. Some socks on. We're just going to take a couple of minutes on the ground here. Relaxing. And settling. Let your body settle. Let the body relax fully. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Let it all go. Just for this 1 or 2 minutes, give yourself fully to relaxing. Every time a little thought pops up, a little to-do list pops up, or whatever else pops up, kind of memories or things from your day or your week, just let them come, let them go. Don't try and stop them, just let them come and go. Just see them as passing traffic, passing clouds, if you like. And gradually just soften the body, let it sink down, let it melt into the ground. Feel the ground is coming up to support you, so you can let go, you can give your body to the ground, just for this 2 minutes. Settling, breath coming in and breath going out. Soft, easy breath, like a sleeping baby. Taking your attention around your body and feeling and sensing where it needs some extra release. And letting that soft exhale release those little tense places. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to do here. It's just relax. Relax, let go. Coming back to the day, just breathe a little deeper, move your body, extend your legs and arms, stretch, move in whatever way feels good to you. Maybe hug your knees, but ease into that, gently and gracefully. It's just like we're having a transition now from our practice into the day. But try and hold some essence, whatever was most useful to you from the practice. Just hold whatever information was there for you. And so slowly Maybe roll onto your side, rest there, slowly come up to seated. And we just acknowledge this body with some gratitude, with some touch, the arms, chest, back, legs, a little bit of a sweep. And then we finish by rubbing the hands together strongly to create some heat. Get the hands really, really warm and just feel that energy. You're kind of getting some energy going. And I'm going to focus that heat and energy in the heart center. Close your eyes. And bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention. Whatever you want to give light and energy to, whatever you want to expand, materialize, and manifest in your life. Say that to yourself, take it deep into your heart. It's like a personal prayer. Good. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today. Beautiful. Yeah, good energy.